Everyone, Zeddy here again with yet another Festival of Legends card review. We have 4 Warlock cards to go over. They're like fatigue, except they're beneficial. It's a weird archetype. We keep getting the craziest card design. I have no idea if it'll work out. I'm scared about Wild, where the Demon Seed will probably, it's going to get unbanned. They're going to have to change it or not. We don't know yet. So it's pretty scary. We'll go into the cards as well. Of course, if you want to win these cards, we have a giveaway going on of 2 regular Praetors, 4 mega bundles out of my pocket. We are just 600 subs away from the next 1,000. If we hit that by the end of tomorrow, I will add another mega bundle, so it's not too late to make me go broke and hit that sub button. So let's go over these cards. They were revealed by Brian Kibler. Check out his reveal video if you haven't already. And we have a new imp for Imp Warlock. Maybe a 2 mana 2/2 demon battle cry. You take fatigue damage. So if you're not aware of what fatigue damage is, first off, and then you gain that much attack and health. So if you're not aware of what fatigue damage is, basically, when you run out of cards, you typically draw a fatigue tick, right? Every time, and it always scales. The first fatigue damage starts at 1, then 2, and 3. So right out the gate, this is a 2 mana 3/3, if I'm getting that correctly, and it's just gonna get bigger from there. So at its base, this card's good, right? If you're playing that fatigue strategy, you're just getting stats. You're getting a 2 mana 3/3. That is pretty nuts if you're asking me. The downside, of course, being, well, you're taking fatigue damage. You're damaging yourself to get more stats, but there's a ways to alleviate that. And this is why all these cards are spooky and wild with the Demon Seed, because, well, all these cards will damage yourself. So, yeah, if you're not aware, we don't know what they're doing with the Demon Seed yet. We'll find out. I'm hoping the card will be reworked in some way, because they've held off on making any self-damaging cards until it rotated. This is very intentional, because, yeah, a card like this is pretty darn good. I'm going to give this a 4 to 5 in standard. While it's really hard to evaluate without the Demon Seed being, announced what they're going to do, I'm just going to say as a standalone card, a 3 out of 5 in Wild, because you can do fatigue strategies regardless of that, delete your own deck, all sorts of shenanigans. But yeah, it's pretty crazy, and it scales, and it's just 2 mana, right? It is just 2 mana. So yeah, look out for this card, unless I'm reading it wrong somehow, which we know I'm capable of doing. That seems pretty crazy. And well, there's more. These are all like kind of related cards, fatigue damage cards. And again, you can just throw this as like an imp and imp Warlock, and you still get like decent stats. We have Crescendo, a 3 mana Fel spell. You take fatigue damage. So I'm pretty sure every time you do this, it should scale, right? You should take 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, right? Again, you're taking that damage, so that'll also scale against you. Deal that much damage to all enemies. So again, this is pretty nuts, right? Like, it scales. Like, I guess once you hit like three fatigue damage, it's Hellfire, but it's only to enemies. You're not hitting yourself on top of the fatigue damage. So that is pretty incredible. It just all comes down to the healing, which isn't super like prevalent in Warlock right now. And can you make this work? It's scary. Like, these cards seem very powerful, so I'm anticipating they feel that the self-damage is going to be a very big negative, because these are not capped very low. Like, the mana cost is pretty low. I'm gonna give this I think this can work. Maybe it's just you're going to take too much damage and die. I don't know, but I'm going to give this a 4 to 5 in standard, a 3 to 5 in Wild again. I just think it's so much damage and it scales so fast, but at the same time you're taking it, right? Like, it's so crazy. But there is a way to alleviate that damage. There is a way that, they've built around this, and we'll just take a look at it so we can make a bit more sense of all this. We have the Fel String Harp. We have the Fel String Harp. This is the Warlock weapon. Every class gets an instrument. By the way, the one warrior card we're waiting on is an instrument. Surely it will save the class. But this is a 2 mana 0/3 weapon, no attack. So Warlock yet to get a weapon with attack, as the Rude Mithril Rod had no attack. Skull of Minari had no attack. And, well, this time, whenever your hero would take damage on your turn, so this can't protect you while your opponent's on their turn, restore 2 health instead. So this kind of has to be run in this fatigue package, or else you are going to die, right? It's just going to happen. But you have this weapon up, all of a sudden, instead of taking 3, 4, 5 fatigue damage, whatever it is, you don't, and you actually heal. You gain a benefit from it. You do have to spend 2 mana on nothing, but it's only 2 mana. It's not super expensive, but this is going to have to be a requirement in this new fatigue package. And I think it's good. Like, it's cheap. There's a tutor for this. The new 2 mana weapon, weapon tutor, you can tutor for this. Plus, of course, you got life tap and control cards. Like, maybe you play this fatigue package with the new legendary spell. That could all work together. Honestly, I feel like that legendary spell could go into a lot of different decks. I think I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 again, and a 3 out of 5 in wild. I think this whole package seems really good. I don't know. It seems really strong to me. Like, the fact it scales, right? The damage scales, you get stats, you get AoE, you get healing, and you can couple it with other, like, you know, the whole legendary spell package as well. Like, it just seems good. Maybe, like, I typically underrate, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe, I have that control warlock, you know, player in me. I don't know if you consider this control or more like a mid-range or like some kind of combo, or hard to quantify, but we do have one more card that goes with everything, the last epic for Warlock, the Crazed Conductor, a 5 mana 4/5 minion, so not premium stats, no tribe. It's got to be pretty good. Battle cry, you take fatigue damage, so again, you're ramping it up. You probably played a couple of fatigue cards when you get that, and then you summon that many 3/3 imps. So again, imp warlock, synergy. At the end of the day, again, this is a 5 mana 8/8 or 7/8, right? Take a damage if it's your only fatigue, which is fine, and then it's insane from there. So again, really all super powerful cards. It just comes down to, can you take that damage? Can you nuke yourself, right? These all seem really good to me. The main question is, will you die playing these cards? Because they're all good. Overstated 2-drop, insane, like undercosted AoE, healing, and again, huge board presence, which you can buff. I believe the tradable card that buffs your demons is rotating, but you still have like Rafam. Rafam can buff this stuff up too. Resummon the imps. I'm giving all these 4. I'm giving all these cards a 4 out of 5 across the board, and a 3 out of 5 in wild. I just think they all have potential ability. Like, it will come down to, can you take that damage? It's hard to say because it does stack very fast, and you're going to take that damage very fast unless you get this weapon early. So it'll be an interesting one. I think they could pull it off, but at the end of the day, it could also just be completely unplayable. But yeah, these all seem just really absurdly strong. So 4 to all the cards. I think I gave the rating, all of them. Like, I really do believe that. So that is it for today. Tomorrow there's the final card review. I'm gonna have a news update video tomorrow morning. There will be drops to get free stuff. I'll let you know about that. There's gonna be other drops. There's gonna be other stuff. I'm gonna let you know all about that. So stay tuned for tomorrow's news update video, and then we'll have one massive card review, and then we'll start having fun announcing the giveaway winners. There's gonna be rewards track stuff. There's gonna be a lot going on. We're not even close to being done. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.